take a couple big deep breaths. Relaxing. Bringing our focus into this room, and for this 30 minutes we're going to focus on just our bodies and some good yoga practice. Nice big deep breaths. Good. Let's open up those eyes. Let's start at the bottom today. So let's start with our feet. So put in your knee locks. Let's take a breath. And on the exhale, just take your feet and rock them out. Good. Rock them to the outside. Good. And then put those feet down. Let's do it again. So rock it out to the side. And bring it in one last time. Keep those knees where they are. That's why the locks are there. Good. And then let's come up on one foot and we're going to roll that ankle. Roll that ankle. Good. And then roll the other way. Roll the other way. All right, let's plant that foot. Let's do the other side. Roll that ankle. Roll. And roll the other way. Good. Hope you're having a good day today. Lots of good things to do today, I hope. And then let's rock them, toes to heels and toes to heels. All right. And then let's give them a good stretch. So let's take that leg and we're going to sit up nice and tall. And I just want you to point and flex. And when you point, I want you to squeeze your toes together, and when you flex, open your toes. So point, squeeze, flex, open. Good. We can do it with our hand too. That makes us remember what to do with those toes. Open. Good. Squeeze and open. And squeeze and open one more time. Squeeze and open. Now wiggle. Wiggle the toes in your shoes if you're wearing shoes. Good. And I don't mind, if you're not wearing shoes, that is perfectly fine. Yoga can be done without shoes, and yoga is typically done without shoes. I tend to wear my shoes because I have some foot problems, and so standing on my feet makes them hurt. Good, so squeeze and open. But the one thing I don't want you to do is do yoga in your slippers, unless your slippers have a back to them, right? Because slippers can slide off when we're moving around, and I don't want you to trip and get hurt. So bare feet is great. Stocking feet's okay. Shoes are okay. Good. So we're squeezing, opening, squeezing, open, and squeeze, and open. Now wiggle. Wiggle those toes in your shoes. Good. All right. Now let's take both feet out again. We're going to cross one foot over the top of the other. And we're going to stretch through those hamstrings. So we're going to either hold the arms of your chair if that's what you have, or you're holding the seat of your chair. Flex your feet. So flex those feet. And we're going to come forward and realize that we can't come forward incredibly far because we've crossed our legs, right? It makes it a little harder. All right, now let's come all the way up, and we're going to slide that foot onto the floor. If you can and is comfortable, we're going to cross that leg over the top, and we're keeping them together. So here's an option. So if you can't do that, maybe you can extend the bottom leg just a little bit and have it crossed over. For those of us who can, we're going to slide that foot up nice and tall, and we're just going to turn towards that leg that's on the top. Sitting up tall, looking up, maybe just a little bit, stretching through the hip, stretching through the back. Good, let's come back to the center and turn the other way. Good, and now let's come back again. So slide the legs just like they are to the front. Now, let's reach up, big stretch here. Elbows are to get our cactus pose, right? Keep your chin tucked in, big stretch. Good, Good, bring those arms back over, push yourself up using the strong tricep muscles. Let's cross the other foot over the top. So we're sitting up nice and tall. Good, holding the arms of your chair if that's what you have, or the base of your chair if that's what you have. And we're gonna flex those feet and come forward. Good, push your chest forward. So when we come forward, we don't wanna curl. We wanna push that chest forward so that the hips, shoulders, and ears are in line with each other. Good. You got it. All right, and then let's come all the way back. And remember, we're gonna slide that leg over and sit cross-legged. If that doesn't feel good, we could be way down here, that's fine. That bottom leg could be long. So we're sitting up nice and tall, stretching through the head, turning to the side, and breathing. Nice big deep breath. Good, and bring it back to the center. Now slide those legs out, put your back on the chair, arms come up, oh, stretch. For those of you that want to make it deeper, we can reach those arms up taller. Some of us don't have that flexibility in the shoulders any longer, so we do what feels right for us, right? Bending the elbows helps. Good, and bringing those hands back to the chair. Let's come all the way up. Let's uncross those legs. Good, bringing those legs out nice and wide as you're comfortable. We're gonna bend the knees in, push the legs out. So here's that hip piece of our workout today, right? So we're stretching through the hip, knees in, knees push out. So we're really stretching through that upper part of that leg. Good. Excuse me. All right. These cloudy days, they make my allergies worse, so sorry about that. All right, and open right here. All right, now, sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna hinge forward. Good, oh, you know, this is one of my favorites, right? We're gonna push with the right, look over the left. And bring it back to the center, push with the left, look over the right. And bring it right back to the center, let's walk it up. Good, and walk it in. Good, now let's sit back, let's bring one leg up. We're gonna bring the leg up. You bring it up to where you're comfortable. We've talked about this before. Just because I'm this flexible, good for me, doesn't mean that everybody is, right? So we're gonna bring that leg to where we're comfortable, where we feel the stretch. We can stretch the other leg out if we want, or we can keep it on the floor, you decide. Whatever works for you. Good, we're holding that leg in. Good, bring it down. Now let's take that leg, we're gonna point it towards your armpit and we're gonna pull that leg in. Good, give it a tug, hold it in. Good, so if you're way down here, that's fine. Just open it up to the side. So we're stretching that inner part of the thigh. Good, for those of us that are a little more flexible, we can reach up towards the armpit with that knee. And then if you're super flexible, you can take your foot and put it over your head, but we're really not gonna do that. Remember, Leanne could do that. All right, and then let's bring that leg down. Let's do the other leg. So up we go, we hold it in. Good. I know there were a lot of you there the day that Leanne put her feet behind her head. That was crazy. And she's a grandma. All right, so let's bring that leg in and we're gonna pull it towards the other side. Remember, here it could be down here, just open. So you do what feels right for you. And then let's bring that foot all the way to the floor. Other foot comes down. We put those hands behind either on the chair or on the chair arms. We push ourselves up. Good. Now let's rock those feet, heels to toes. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's balance class. I found some of those things we did really hard yesterday. I hope you did them with me. All right, now let's put those feet on the floor. Let's stomp just a little bit. Good, it helps us build a little bone in the leg, and it also brings blood into the lower extremity so that when we get up, we aren't dizzy, right? Because who likes that? When they stand up, you get all those black little fuzzy things, right? Little flashy lights. All right, last one. on the floor. We're gonna go ahead and come all the way up. And I'm gonna turn my chair so that you can see me. I'm gonna turn it this way today. All right, so you stay facing the camera so that, or the television, so that I can, or you can see me, and I can turn my head, but I don't want you turning your head if you don't have to. So we're gonna start with that hamstring stretch as promised. So we're gonna put one heel on the floor, the leg is straight, not locking out the knee, and we're gonna softly bend the standing leg, and we're gonna push ourselves forward. Now I'm using the chair as a tool here. I wanna hold the chair, my elbows are out, and I'm pushing my chest towards the chair. Good, stretching. Now if you wanna stay seated in the chair, you can do this and just do a regular hamstring stretch. Sit down, put your leg out, and stretch towards that foot. Good, oh, stretch it out. Can you bring your chest a little closer? Push the hip backward. Push that hip backward. Stretch it out. And breathe. And then let's come up. Good. Oh, march that out. Do you feel taller? I feel taller on that side. I hope you do. All right, wouldn't that be cool if we could get taller doing yoga? All right, so other heel is on the floor. We're soft knee on the standing leg. And we're pushing that hip back, extend it back. Good, extend that hip back, breathe. Can you push your chest a little closer to the chair? Breathe, nice big deep breaths. Good, all right, and then let's come all the way up. And march it out. Let's do something in the middle. Let's do that nice back stretch in the middle. So step it back, bringing those feet below your hips. And we're gonna bring those arms between your ears between your arms, excuse me. And push yourself back. Imagine I'm there with that strap. Pull your hips back, lift them up. Happy dogs, you should be able to wag that tail. If you have a sad dog tail, you can't wag it because it's all tucked in. But you all know what if you have dogs, you understand what I'm saying. When dogs are sad, they tuck their tail and they don't wave. We gotta be happy dogs. Big breath. Good. Now bend those knees, let's walk it forward. Good. Now we're gonna kick our heels up towards our backside. Kick them up. So did you know that tightness in your quadricep muscle can also cause back pain? And so we're gonna stretch that quadricep muscle. And we're going to try doing it here in the chair. If this doesn't work, you can sit down and sit side saddle and do the same thing. All right, so we're going to lift the heel. I want you to see if you can grab the back of your shoe, if you're wearing a shoe, or maybe your ankle. If you can't, I want you to lean forward right here. See how I'm pulling my heel towards my backside? And lift that hip just a little bit. So lots of options there. We can sit on the chair and do this as well. So wherever you are, I want you to think about pushing your hips slightly forward. You could be right here, right, without holding on at all. Push the hips slightly forward, push the legs slightly back. Good, we're anchored on that chair. The chair here is a tool, it's not a crutch. We use it like glasses, right? We would never not wear glasses because we want to be able to see. And we should use the chair so we don't fall. Push that hip forward, stand up tall. And bring that foot down, march it out. Good. You ready for the other side? All right, so options. We could bring the heel forward, lean forward, lift the hip, right? Push the hip down, lift the knee. For those of you that can grab your ankle, we're going to grab that ankle, grab the back of your shoe, whatever you can grab, and we're pulling that thigh up, or pulling the heel up, excuse me, pushing that hip forward, feeling the stretch in that quadricep muscle. You could do this seated at the chair. Same movements, just lean forward, lift the heel. And then let's put it down, let's march it out and wiggle. Good job, good job. Those are hard, I know it. All right, so this time we're gonna stretch a little bit into the back of the leg. So I want you to take one leg and we're gonna step it back. Good, and remember we did that hamstring stretch earlier? This time I want you to bend your back leg and I want you to, oops, I gotta step back a little bit more. So lean backward, straight over your hip, and bend back till you feel the stretch in your Achilles tendon. So I'm bending that knee, and I'm stretching the shin, I'm stretching the thigh, and I'm stretching my Achilles tendon, which is important, right? We have to keep ourselves flexible. Good, so shift that weight back. Let's bring it up, let's do that other side. So step back to where you can feel it. So maybe you have to step back further. If you're a little looser, if you're a little more flexible, you might have to step back a little further. So we bend the back knee, we shift our weight back till we feel that stretch right into the heel, right into the leg. Good, and then let's bring it all the way up. Good. Oh, let's do something in the middle. This time let's do it as a big extended stretch. So bring those legs out wide. Bring your arms down or your ears down. So if this hurts your shoulder, here's an option. Bend those elbows and we can still stick the bottom back happy dog tail. Good. So you do what feels right for you. Keep your ears between your arms. You're looking straight at the floor. Don't look at me. Don't look at your knees. Everything is still there. But I want you to protect your spine. Sorry. Good. Big stretch here. And breathe. Good. One more breath. Bend those knees. Let's bring it forward. Good. All right. March it out just that little bit. All right. Yesterday we did that one balance move that I told you we were going to do it every day for a while because it was so hard. We're going to do that. Okay. Sorry about my thing. These pants really don't have a very good clip. So here we go. One foot in front of the other. You decide if you're standing behind the chair, you can grab both with both hands. So if you're on the side of your chair like I am, you can only grab with one. All right, so here we go. Remember, we can cheat a little bit by stepping forward a little bit or stepping a little bit side, but don't turn that back heel. That's super cheating. Okay, so here we go. These were harder even for me, so we're going to practice these every day for a while. So up and down we go. Lift your heels. We're in a tandem stance. One foot in front of the other, up and down we go. Good, up and down we go. Maybe you can do this without holding onto the chair. Maybe our muscle memory from yesterday reminds us to squeeze our thighs together. Squeeze your buttocks a little bit, and this is going to help you. 4 more. 3. 2. Okay, last one. We're going to hold it. Hold it up there, remember? Hold it up there. This is what got us. Turn. Can you do it? Is it better today than yesterday? And bring it back to the center. If tomorrow is sunny, we're going to see if it's better on a sunny day. And then turn the other way. Turn it back to the center, bring it down. Good. Ooh, march it out. Those calves that we just stretched, right? Okay, let's rock back just a little bit. You can hold both sides of the chair. Rock it back. Happy dog. Stick it back. Stick it back. Stretch that calf. Good, and bring it down. So let's do the other side. The other foot goes forward. Remember, tandem stance, heels. You know your options. We just did this yesterday. So here we go. Up and down we go. Up and down. Maybe some of you didn't do it with us. Well, one foot in front of the other, like you're on a tightrope or you're on a trestle. Up and down we go. When I grew up, I had a train right outside my door. It was probably 40 feet, 50 feet. It wasn't far at all. Maybe 100 feet, but it wasn't that far. And then they eventually stopped using that and it became a trail, which was really cool. Up and down we go. Let's do 2 more. I need help on this side, don't I? All right, hold this one up there, hold it up there, hold it up there. See if you can let that chair go. If you can't, that's okay. Let's turn anyway. Hold on to the chair. Bring it back to the center, turn the other way. And bring it back, good. Oh, let's stretch those calves again. So 1 foot forward, lift that toe, lean forward. Let's reach for that foot. You can still hold on. You can have that chair right in front of you and reach for the foot. Push the tail back. No curling through the spine. Keep those ears and shoulders right in line. And let's bring it back up. Let's do the other side. Heel goes forward. We reach. Happy dog. Stick that tail back. And then let's bring it all the way up. All right, so let's have a seat back in our chair. So if you were in the chair, hopefully you could have done this. You could have done these here, right? So you modified hypo for yourself. So let's work a little bit more on that piriformis, on that sciatic nerve area. So let's go ahead and we're going to cross one leg over the top of the other. Now if you can't get here because you've had hip or knee surgery and your body just doesn't work that way anymore, that's okay. We're going to cross at the ankle, but I want this knee out to the side. I don't want you just sitting there like, oh, I'm so bored, right? I want it open, and we're going to lean into it, and we're going to push at it just a little bit so we're stretching into that hip. For those of you that can lift it up, we're going to lift it up here. We're going to cross. We're going to flex our foot. We're going to turn towards that bent knee, and I want you to lean forward like you're going to put your chest right on your knee. Breathe. Nice big deep breath. And let's bring it up. Now come to the center. Same thing. Chest leads forward, trying to put your chest on your shin or your thigh. All right, now come all the way up. We're going to take our hand, put it right on our knee. I want you to rock that leg side to side. And you go as far as you can where it feels okay. Rock it side to side. Side to side. There we go. One more. 3, 2. Last one. Now hold it here. Sit up really tall and turn and look behind you. Wow. There's that hip, right? And bring it back to the center. Let's do the other side. So we cross it over. Ooh, we sit up tall. We cross at the ankle if we have to. It is perfectly fine. If that's what your body says, you listen. It's important, right? So we flex the foot. If our ankle is crossed right here, we turn towards the bent knee. Let's lean it forward. Good, lean it forward. And so we're turned first. We're doing the angle. Pushing that chest towards the thigh or towards the knee. And bring it up towards the center, leaning forward. Pushing that chest towards the shin, the calf. Ooh. All right, let's sit up nice and tall. The hand goes on the knee. We rock side to side. Rock it side to side. Good. Pushing to the side. Sit up nice and tall. Sit up tall. Turn and twist. And bring it back to the center. Good job. All right. So I want you to scoot forward in your chair. And we already did a single knee lift, but I want you to lift your knee up and hug it in. Good. And I want you to see how stable you feel in your chair right this minute. So see how stable you feel. Let's switch legs, other leg. Now, if you're comfortable, and I don't do this often, but it's risky, so if you don't feel stable, don't do it, okay? One, bring both legs up and give them a hug. Push your chest forward. Push your chest forward. Squeeze the muscles into the side. Good. Feel how that nice forward fold feels. Maybe you're down here. That's okay. That's okay. We don't do this kind of thing very often, but today I thought it would be a good day to do it. All right, let's put one foot on the floor and then the other right where you are, right here. I want you to just take those knees and rock them side to side. Rock them side to side. Are you breathing? Don't hold your breath. I was holding my breath and I realized, oh, I'm a little out of breath. Why is that? Because I held my breath. Okay. All right, hold them to one side and turn and look over your shoulder. Bring everything up to the center. Hold them to one side and turn and look over your shoulder. And bring them right back to the center. Hands come to that chair. Let's sit ourselves up nice and tall. And guess what? We never did the upper part of our body at all today, really. So let's lean forward just a little bit right here. Let's do a little cat and cow. So I want you to curl, come back, and exhale and sway. So when the curl is your cat, so inhale cat, exhale sway for cow. Good, one more time. exhale, sway. So let's come all the way back up. We stick our tail feathers through the hole in your chair. If you don't have a hole in your chair, just stick your tail feathers in where the seat and the back come together. Let's sit up nice and tall. We're gonna do that simple neck stretch by shaking our head. Say no way. We do not want any more rain, please. Right? And then let's bring that head to the center before we all get dizzy, and we're gonna nod our head. Yes, yes. It is getting time for lunch, and we are getting a little hungry. Me too. All right, imagine that. All right, tuck your chin right here. Keep your shoulders lifted. Tuck that chin. Shake your head a little bit, like you're saying nope. I'm gonna resist the chips. No chips. Choose vegetables, whatever, and then bring that head in. Let's just shrug those shoulders up and down just that little bit. If we're saying, I don't know. Good, and then bring those shoulders up, back, and down. Roll them back. Good. All right, let's go. Big stretch. And give yourself a hug. And open it up, big stretch. And give yourself a hug. Gonna bring it all the way in. Let's sit back. Let's just roll those wrists like we're cleaning the bowl. Yesterday I made homemade potato salad, had a big bowl with me. Here we go. Clean that bowl. Roll those wrists. Roll the other way, get all the food out of that hole. Bring your hands to that gentle stretch. We're going to go up and down, stretching through those wrists. Good. If you did those planks with me earlier and all that time that we were on the mat, this feels really good. Good. Now hold them down right here. Just hold them right there. Hold them. And hold them up right here. All right, and then wiggle those fingers, bringing them down to your thighs. Let's take this last minute and just breathe. So close your eyes, relax, go to your happy place, wherever that is. Let's breathe some big, deep breaths. Relaxing your body, being thankful for all the things we could do today, and not worrying about the things that we couldn't. Taking this last moment to just soften. Relax, so let go. Open up our eyes, take a big deep breath, inhale, and let it go. Good, we did this in mat yoga, so let's do it again. Inhale all good things, things that make you happy, things that make you feel joy, things that make you feel safe and warm, and take your fingers and just shower yourself with those things. Take them and shower yourself. Feels so good. One more inhale and exhale. Good, bringing those hands to prayer hands. Thank you so much for joining me in chair yoga today. I hope you feel stretched and energized and ready for whatever today brings. Namaste.